Once you get to be little less than a quarter mile away from him, you see out of the side of one of the windows this little head pokes out, and then these hands come out, and all of a sudden there's a ball of red light streaking towards you. It doesn't quite make it towards you. It probably gets about halfway to you, maybe a little less, and then it explodes into a giant fireball that just on the road in front of you.
Does it stay there? Like it stays persistent in the road?
No. It just explodes out in front of you, and then kind of disappears.
So if we keep riding, it won't hurt us?
No. It looks like it was a warning shot.
I see. Perhaps we should hang back and
just... It's an illusion! I don't know, actually.
Yeah, that's true. Although it seemed to hurt like it was real. So let's just stay back and keep following, because it seems like we've got our person.
Should we try to just go around? I bet we're faster than him. Maybe we should just, like, circle around, go off-road a bit and try to pass him?
I'm nervous that we would separate the party or...
No, with Arcas. We could just try to go around him and go faster than him to the city.
I just don't want to lose sight of him.
I think we can find him again. I have detect object, and I have one of the objects in his heart.
Arcas, what do you think? I think we should follow, and Emma thinks we should pass him. What do you think we should do?
He already saw you, right? He already attacked.
Yeah.
Then I think we should pass it. He already saw you, so it doesn't matter the decision, I think. If you follow, he's going to know you follow, and you pass him, then he won't know. Okay. So I think I would pass him.
All right, so let's veer off into the woods and try to run around him and pass him.
Yeah, Neil. That's the plan.
You guys immediately veer off the path and head out towards... It's not quite... I mean, there's trees here, but it's not a dense wood. But you head off on the side, trying to get a little bit out of sight and race towards Hoskar. You guys actually end up on the beach. If you remember how there's that long beach that is south of Hoskar, and it kind of passes that knight's house. So you guys end up on the beach heading towards Hoskar because the road is fairly close, and that's pretty much the only way that you could be out of the way. And you make it there. You have 5 horses between the 3 of you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So at some point, Arcas is going to have to change his horse out for a less exhausted one, but as long as you don't mind letting Arcas ride your horses.
He can ride mine.
Okay.
That's pretty cool, actually, to have more horses. It's like, oh, let's just switch.
Well, yeah, that's why people have lots of horses. You eventually make it to Hoskar, and you have a pretty strong feeling you've passed him. At some points, you aren't necessarily able to see the road, but every time that you do check the road, he was getting closer and closer, and then you never saw him again, and you presume that you have passed him, although you enter the city from the seaside instead of from the roadside.
You know what I think? I think what we should do is find the gnome and just try to leave the city with the gnome so that he can't find him. He really seems to want to talk to him.
Okay, well, let's do that and also try to locate him to make sure that he did come to the city in case he, turned around and left because we were here or something like that.
I doubt it. I really think he's going to Hoskar for the gnome.
Okay, well, how do you think we should find the gnome?
What's his name?
Okay, so at this point, you guys have just entered the city. You've slowed your horses to a nice trot, a nice slow walk as they rest and pant. Continue, please.
We are It's
Almond. So let's split up and try to find him. Let's stable our horses and try to find him before Red.
Okay.
Okay. You find a stable near the ocean side of town that will take your horses for you. It's going to be 3 silver to stable them for the day here per horse. 3 silver per horse. So, what is it? Emma, pop out 6 silver. Arcas, pop out 6 silver, and Adea 3 silver because you're the one that is.
Well, it's me 6 silver because Arcas gave me his horse.
Okay, so you give 6, Arcas give 3, and Emma give 6.
Okay.
The stable boys, immediately take the saddles off and start brushing down your horses. All your gear that's on the saddles, stick with the horse.
Fake names so that no one knows there are horses.
You give the horses fake names?
No, I give the I'm Regina Red Hat.
Okay. We're going to stick to that. So don't forget your fake identity.
Okay.
What else do you call the rest of your friends?
This is Charles Wonderhammer and my sister Lavinia Star Poison.
Wait, so I'm Charles Wonderhammer?
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm Lavinia
This is
Star Poison.
Lavinia Star Poison. The stable
Why
boy goes,
do we have-
uh-huh.
Yo,
Got
my
it.
name is pretty nice. Charles Wonderhammer.
And what's your name again?
You asked the stable boy? Or?
Regina Red Hat.
Regina Red Hat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And we don't have the same last name, even though we're sisters.
We're, married names or something.
Yeah, I'm married. I'm married.
The stable was like, that's nice. I'll take care
And
of your
what's-
horses, I promise.
And what's your name?
My name is Timmy.
It's a nice name, Timmy.
Wow. My brother's name is Jimmy. Neither of us are married.
That's too bad because I'm married. That's how I got my last name. Star Poison.
It's a good name.
Star Poison is a really common last name in my country.
Very common.
Okay.
And Wonderhammer is actually not my last name. It's just because I have an amazing hammer. What I'm saying.
Oh, can I see it?
Can I see it?
No, you can't. Well, yeah, why not? You really want to see it?
He nods.
Arcas pulls down his pants.
The kid goes, oh my god, I didn't think that's what you meant. I thought you had like a real hammer. Oh god, put it away, put it away.
Expose yourself to a child?
He just exposed himself to a child.
Oh, what have you done?
Arcas puts back his pants.
Adea faints a little bit with embarrassment and kneels down and prays for forgiveness.
And Matt shamelessly looks at the hammer.
I had to follow through with the joke, I couldn't just stop the joke there.
The kid kind of intentionally moves away from you guys and ends the conversation and heads out.
Goodbye, Jimmy. Sorry you had to see that.
Alright, so let's split up and go look for the gnome. Almond.
Okay, so we'll just start with Arcas and we'll go counterclockwise around the overlay. Arcas, how do you intend on finding the gnome? Almond.
Oh, and before we go, I arranged that we should meet back at a specific...
Oh yeah, that's smart.
We should meet back here at the stable in 1 hour.
Okay.
Is are gnomes very common in this area?
They're
or-
pretty uncommon. It's
Okay.
a big city like Hoskar will probably have 10, maybe 15 gnomes in the entire city.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. So they're not very common.
Okay, so I mean, Arcas is really nonchalant. He's just like la la, like looking for the gnome, like la, la. And then he just. So it's is it a big city? Did you describe it? Sorry. If you
Yeah, so we've been here before, but it's been a while, so let's re-describe where we are. You guys are in Hoskar. It is a small city on the edge of the Silver Rapids River, and it meets the ocean. In fact, I'm going to show it on screen so everyone can see what's going on. Here we go. Hoskar is the city right here, next to the Silver Rapids, beside the Emerald Woods, by this big, it's not even a bay, but, this big area. It's, again, smallish sized city. It is run by a Lord Knight who lives south of town, whose name I think we've all forgotten by now. And my notes from that period of time are long gone. So, some lord to the south of town. The river flows just along the north side of town, and the town does not extend beyond the river, although parts of the river are diverted through and under the town for sewage control, as you guys remember from your time floating down the sewers.
Ah, yes.
Oh, that was that town. Oh shit, that
Yeah,
was a long time
this
ago.
is the town that has
Oh,
your friend
shit.
Jeremiah.
Oh shit!
Oh, this is Jeremiah.
Hmm.
We should go ask Jeremiah for help.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Emma, you go look for Jeremiah.
Okay, I go see Jeremiah, and we could probably try to talk to the Lord of the town. Maybe we could get like a mandate to arrest Lord Redfoot. Who knows?
Doesn't the Lord of the town hate us? Wasn't he evil or
Oh
something?
yeah.
He was
maybe.
kind of a dick to you guys, and he shamelessly hit on Adea. Like, I think he
Yeah.
even propositioned you.
Yeah. I think I slapped him or something.
I think it was almost. You know, it was the like, I'm just.
But we did take down their evil organization that was plaguing the town, so we
Yeah,
should.
it was the. What was their name?
Oh, that's
Anyway,
Yeah.
so when I walk around the town, do people recognize me? I'm like, oh my god,
really.
this is the savior.
You've been here for a while, and you weren't necessarily the savior of the town. Like, you took out the Thieves Guild, kind of, like the underground organization that not a lot of people were aware of.
Okay. So I'm just walking around and I'm being very like friendly and my charisma is up the roof and I'm like, hey, have you seen my friend Gnome? He's supposed to have arrived in town a few days ago, maybe hours even. I'm not sure. We're supposed to meet here, and I'm just like
I
saying
saw a
that
couple
to
of
everybody.
gnomes hanging out over and blah blah blah. Some guy says and points you down the road.
Okay, thank you. And then I keep asking everybody, and everybody confirm these gnomes at the same spot?
No, most people haven't seen them. This one guy saw it. You know, you ask people for another 15 minutes as you head in the direction. And you bump into another person who's like, "Oh yeah, I totally saw a pack of gnomes headed this way."
Oh, a pack of gnomes. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Pack.
Okay, so I continue, but the closer I get to like the information, the more like, I'm in the shadow kind of thing. I ask people kind of like,
Give me
not in the open.
give me an intelligence check, Arcas.
Ew, it's never good.
I don't think this is gonna. It's like Arcas thinking he's being subtle is clearly like.
Okay, it's 14.
Okay.
Oh, that's great. You're
I like
very
that.
smart.
Yeah. I
Nobody
tell
notices him.
You know the part in Emperor's New Groove where Kronk is being secretive?
shitty roll.
He's like,
Yeah.
All right,
nobody will notice me.
all right, Arcas. You
Did you hear anything?
I failed my roll, girls. Focus.
eventually you talk to this guy, and he says, "Oh, I saw a whole pack of gnomes head into that house right there," and he points to a house.
Okay. I investigate the house, but I don't go too close to it. Like I go around, see if there's two exit.
All right, give me a perception check.
Oh, that's where I fail. Okay, it's a 6. Oh my god. Please, 20. Please, 20. Please, 20. 22!
22. There you go. You look around the house. You notice that the inside of part of the house has been burned or charred in a recent fire.
Like recent, like still smoking, or recent? Like
No,
few
like
days?
recent in a lot. Like they haven't repaired the damage. It hasn't been. It's not
Okay.
still smoking. But
So I
it-
casually ask, oh, in that house? But it's burned down. It's still occupied?
Yeah. There was a fire there a couple months ago. Looks like a couple of the brooms got torched pretty badly.
Oh. Do you know whose house it is?
Some wizard. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Thank you. And then I take guard for like an hour. I don't know how long did we say we were gonna meet?
You said
Yeah,
you're gonna
1
meet
hour.
an hour, but you've
Okay,
you've already been gone for 20 minutes. So
Okay, so I stand guard for like 20 minutes.
okay. And let's flip back to Emma.
Yeah, I
What-
muted myself. Sorry.
So what do you do, Emma?
I'm going to Jeremiah's place, straight up.
Okay.
Knock, knock, knock.
You head to Jeremiah's place and you see Arcas standing outside.
Arcas, what are you doing here?
Holy shit! It's Jeremiah's house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we burn down Jeremiah's house?
Yes.
We burned down Jeremiah's
You're the
house.
one that caused the fire in his house.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought I remembered that. When you said burn down Wizard House, I had a moment of clarity.
Yeah. Well, there was a gnome of Pax seeing entering the house.
I think he was a.
Jeremiah was a gnome.
Jeremiah was a gnome. And a bullfrog.
He was a good friend of mine.
So what do you do, Emma?
I think Emma froze.
Do we lose Emma?
Frozen. No, you guys are frozen.
Oh,
there
wait,
you are.
there you are.
Okay.
All right, so I knock on Jeremiah's door.
Arcas, do you go with him? Her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
So you knock on the door, and a few moments later, the door opens, and there is Wart standing before you, Jeremiah's apprentice. And he goes, "Oh, why, it's lovely to see you guys!" With his broken,
Nice
adolescent,
to see you again.
pubescent voice.
I remember the thing we had, but I think it was more for Adea, but whatever.
Oh, what are you doing in town?
We're looking for Jeremiah.
Oh, well, he's got some family over now. Maybe you could
Oh.
come back later?
Is he? Do you know if one of his family members is called Almond?
I don't think so.
I'm
Why,
looking
are you-
for a gnome named Almond.
Oh, well, maybe you should come in then.
I
Says,
they come
and
in.
he ushers you in. You come into this burnt down room that's still, it looks like parts of it are being patched up. Some of the furniture has been replaced, but the
We should give him some
frame
money.
is still pretty bad.
for Jeremiah.
And you hear Jeremiah yelling from the other room, "Who is it? Who's at the door?" And Wart goes, "It's our friends Emma and Arcas." And pretty soon
Yeah,
Jeremiah
friend.
comes bounding towards you going, "Oh, why hello, friends. It's good to see you again."
Jeremiah.
I missed you! And I take his cheeks
Cheeks.
and I'm like, "Ma, Jeremiah, you're a tiny gnome." I don't say that. I just do the cheek thing.
Well, he's very old, remember? Very, very old. He
yeah,
kind of like
yeah.
hobbles over to you and is like, "Oh, well, that's very nice of you to say."
How's
Um,
life been? Everything okay around here?
"Oh, it's good." And he says, "Oh, let me show you." And he picks up a can. He's like, "This is Sprinkles the 18th. The last Sprinkles died in the fire. Well, the
Aw.
Sprinkles
Bad.
before that died in the fire. The last Sprinkles, I accidentally turned into a newt. Accidentally, mind you.
Yeah, I
Just
believe
very,
you.
very accidentally."
Yeah,
Um,
magic is a difficult thing.
Mm-hmm.
We're actually in town. We're looking for a gnome named Almond. Did you happen to run into him?
"Oh, I know him. He made my glasses. Good fella.
Yes,
Smart
that
chap.
guy.
Yes, yes. Is he in town? I would love to have
Yeah.
tea with him."
Oh, so you don't know where he is?
Mm-mm.
That's too bad. I think he got caught up into some bad business.
Uh-oh.
Someone evil hired him, I believe, and we're trying to prevent the evil guy from catching up to him. So we're trying to help him escape the city here.
Well, I don't know where he is.
Well, I guess, do you have any way to help us find him? Do you know who we should go talk to find him fast?
What is he doing in town?
I believe he's collecting the material to craft a prism for this evil person. But he might not know this person is evil. That's what we're believing.
He says,
He's definitely
scratching
evil.
his beard. Well,
That person-
I don't.
just so you know, in case you run into him, his name is Lord Redfoot. He's an evil lord, and he actually was trying to raise an army of undead. And he was working with a necromancer that we took down. I have the
See.
evil stick here. Actually, would you be able to identify some of those items for me?
I'm sorry. You said a great many things, and I don't know which you'd like me to prioritize.
I just wanted you to have the information in case you run into those people.
Hold on. Come in. Let me introduce you to my family. This sounds like it will take a while. And he brings you into a room where there's like 6 gnomes all seated around a dinner table.
We're in a bit of
jabbering at
a
each other.
rush. We need to.
Well, this
hurry.
will only just take a second. Here's my brother. And he begins to introduce you to his family. And while he does so, let's flip back to Adea.
Are
Adea,
they all wizards, Neil?
they're all gnomes. He hasn't... We'll get back to you in a minute. We'll get back to you in a minute.
I kind of
Adea.
want to enjoy this moment, but I'm scared we're losing time.
Adea, where are you headed?
I realize about the lord of the town, and I'm kind of like rolling my eyes and like begrudging the idea of going to him for help. But I'm kind of heading that direction. But I'm stopping at like every inn where somebody would stay if they were in town
Mm-hmm.
and not, didn't live here.
Okay.
And just asking about, saying like, oh, my friend Almond the gnome, I have a message for him. And
Give me a charisma check just to see if. Just give me a charisma check. Let's see how this
Okay.
works out.
Let me double check my charisma.
Spy, you
Yeah.
demigod.
Sorry, I'm one monitor with a touchpad mouse, so I'm not as fast as you.
Oh my god.
I know. It's really tough. Okay, 16 is my charisma. Yeah, and it's one of those touchpads where you accidentally hit it with your wrist all the time. So you, don't type correctly.
Mm-hmm.
24.
Cool. So you poke around, and you're talking about this gnome named Almond, and eventually you run into this place right near the edge of town, like the first inn, if you were to come in through town on the southern road. And the guy goes, oh yes, we had a gnome come by some weeks ago, maybe a month ago now. Very peculiar fellow. Had a big bag with him.
And he left a month ago?
Mm-hmm. Yep, he just stayed here for a single night.
Did he leave any kind of forwarding address or anything?
He shakes his head, goes, no, he was saying something about a building. He's going to go build a building. Or
He's gonna go build a
work
building.
in a building that's under construction. Or,
Did he say that it was
I don't
far
know.
from here?
to be honest, it was a while ago and I don't really remember. But he was a kind fella. He jabbered at me a lot. I mean, you know how gnomes go. They talk and talk and talk and talk and talk, and only 2% of what they say is actually interesting. So, he might have told me a lot of things, and I just don't remember.
All right. Well, thank you for your time. I give him a couple silver.
He smiles and nods and goes back to his duties. What do you do now?
I drag my feet, but I go to see that Lord guy.
Okay, so you start heading out as you you leave the inn and start heading towards the gate. And as you
Assuming that I haven't spent that much time already.
Yeah, it's only been 15 minutes.
Okay.
Maybe 20 minutes, I guess. As you get to the gate, you see a carriage, a big black carriage being pulled by 4 horses that has what looks to be some sort of stable boy driving them. It's coming your way.
Carriage! Ah,
What do you
they
do?
might be in league together. Knowing that I have no real power left myself, I stay as hidden as possible and just do reconnaissance for the rest of the time before I need to go meet the rest of my party. So I
Okay.
kind of lurk.
All right. I hope we didn't lose Anna there, but you start lurking around, waiting for him. And let's take a look. He starts heading through Hostkar, and once he gets to about mid-town, he...
Wait, sorry, you cut out for after I said reconnaissance. You guys all cut out, so I don't know. What you
same for me.
So, you're just doing reconnaissance on him, right?
Yes.
All right, so you follow him. He goes to the middle of town, changes out all of his horses at the stables, and then heads...
Oh, so he wasn't at the Lord's place.
No. You were on at the wall of the city, about to leave the city, and then you saw him coming down the road towards you.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, I'm just following him.
All right, he changes out his horses and then proceeds back towards the south side of town, back towards the way he came. And then by the time he gets back to the wall to exit town is when you would need to go meet up with Arcas and Emma.
So he's heading out of town.
He's headed out of town. All he did is come in and change his horses, and he gets, you see him heading towards the wall, towards the south side of town.
Okay. But not, and is that the direction of the Lord's house?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so I run as fast as I can back to meet my compatriots.
Okay. Let's flip back to Emma and Arcas. Emma and Arcas, you have just been introduced to Jeremiah's family, and you don't remember any of their names because it's this is my friend Titus, the third, so-and-so of blah, 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 the blah, blah, blah. Their names are
Super
a
long.
paragraph long. And you're like, that's nice. I think that guy might be Titus, and maybe this one is, Frankfurter, but I'm not really sure.
Okay. Well, it was really nice to see you, Jeremiah, but we have to meet up with Adea.
Oh, yes. You had some business about an evil lord. See, guys, my friends here, They're adventurers, and they always have something going on that's always pressing you. It's hard to get them to sit down and have a meal with you. And the other's like, meals are important. You should eat with your friends and break bread with them. It fosters greater blah, blah, blah. And you guys are like, oh, fucking gnomes. And they start jabbering at you about how you should stay and join them for dinner.
Okay.
Yeah, I said, like, before it cut off, I said, well, it was really nice to see you, Jeremiah, but we have to go meet up with Adea now. We have a meeting time.
And then I said, and hopefully you find the guy that did your glasses. He's
in trouble.
supposedly in town.
Okay, okay. Well, if you got some time, there's a new temple being built that might be worth your interest. But I guess you're very busy these days, so.
Just tell me what it is quickly before we leave. I'll note it on my notepad.
Well, it's really quite magnificent. It's called the Hall of Gems.
Hall of Gems.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard it's truly outrageous.
Well, I mean, it's anyway. They're still working on it, but hopefully it'll be done soon.
The Hall of Gems, you mean? Do you think that Almond would have been involved in this construction?
He shrugs. It's a temple to the gods, so I don't know why, unless he's doing some glass work for them, but I don't think they would need glasses for their priests. I don't know. Why don't you stay for dinner? We have some fabulous garlic bread.
No. Do you know which? It sounds delicious. Do you know which gods they're going to be worshipping?
Oh, the Hall of Gems is to all the gods.
Okay. And
That's good.
Who is it funded by?
You know, I don't know. There's been a lot of people and a lot of laborers that have been headed up the Silver Rapids to go work there.
The Silver Rapids, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That note taking.
Yeah.
Furious
Well, I mean,
note-taking.
The Silver Rapids was on our notebook thing.
Yep.
Yeah. So they're doing a big construction right now.
Mm-hmm.
And where is it located exactly? It's in
The base, well, where the Silver Rapids exit the Emerald Woods. You know, they say there's going to be a gem in there that's as big as a face. Big as a face. Not my face, mind you, but like his face, he says, pointing at Arcas. A big gem hanging in the middle. Yeah. And then there's going to be a statue for each god, and each god's head is going to be crafted from a gem. And then there's a big one that hangs in the middle.
Oh my god, we need to become gods for this so we can have our own statue. This is my new goal! I want my statue.
Alright, so I think we should probably head there. Is that south from here? Which direction?
No, it's northeast from here.
Northeast from here, okay.
Alright. Well, if you have to go, I'll let you go. Say hello to
Okay.
Adea for me, and
Yes,
don't
I
be a
will.
stranger.
No, I won't.
Are you struggling in money, Jeremiah?
Well, I mean, work is hard for a gnome wizard these days, and there's a lot of expensive repairs to go on. You know, I lost most of my library in that fire, where Sprinkles the 16th was lost.
Well,
Poor
I don't
Sprinkles.
have that much gold, but I'll give you 3.
I'll give you 11. And I give it
Oh,
11
that's
gold.
more than... You don't need to do that. But thank
I
you,
take
he
that.
says, taking it and pocketing it.
Sorry, Jeremiah, for everything.
And you guys meet up with Adea over by the stables. And I think on that note, we're going to break.
Okay.
Rick.
All right, we'll see you guys all in a few minutes. Bye-bye.